Hi folks, welcome to a Disney Dreamlight Valley decorating video. Today we are working on the ranch half of Wishblossom Ranch in the Wishing Alps. The horses deserve to have a great hangout spot, so we're going to feature the baby Pegasus ranch house skin from the premium shop. I also wanted to use the new chicken coop, even though it isn't a companion house, and definitely should be. To make it more functional, I'm hiding a companion house behind so we can have Hey running around the ranch. I also put some objects outside the coop for Hey to interact with. And there he is, testing out his new digs for us. So cute! Next, I started placing down foliage pieces to fill in the small gaps around the entrance to the ranch. Once that was done, it was time to line the path to the mining nodes in rocks. I used the snowy path like last time underneath the rocks from the Frosted Heights. Then it was time to work on the exterior of the baby Pegasus ranch. It's pretty ironic because I wanted to have baby Pegasus running around the stables, but I think he's bugged because whenever I equip him, he doesn't show up in the world. I hope they fix that so I can have him as a proper mascot. Next, I wanted to incorporate Wally's garden into the build, so I'm putting down fencing and trying to make it blend in. I also wanted to use the leafy strewn path around the garden, the one with the border, to make it look more like a proper farm. I started using the mud path to lay out where the walkways should go and began connecting all of the entrances together. As you can see, I'm not the best diagonal path layer, but we do our best around here. Time to start putting in the horse stables. I used the Alpine modular pieces to extend the stables. Then we work on extending the path to include this new area. I wanted to include Snow White in this build because she serves as the original horse caretaker in the DLC storyline, so it feels like she would take great care of the horses still, now that we've saved the ranch. This middle area kind of appeared to me as I was laying out all of the other areas, and it seemed like the perfect natural spot for some horse training grounds, so that's what we're going to work on putting in next. The fencing and the pathing in this area was giving me quite a fight, but we do prevail in the end, never fear. Time to put in some extra areas to feed and water our horses. As I was looking at the path, I decided to change it to the leaf-strewn path. I think the extra texture helps in path-heavy designs to break up the monotony a little bit. Next, I wanted to connect the entrance of the ranch house to the path. So we try a few variations. I liked the combo of the garden path stones with the asphalt path underneath the most. It also mimics the path in front of the house the best. Then I began working on trees and bushes in the gaps around all of the buildings. I wanted to give the front of the stables more detail, so I tried messing around with adding some more pathing, but I didn't like it, so I went with more garden path stones to add texture. Here we set up a little campsite for Snow White and incorporate some lighting around the ranch. The last little area, I used more alpine modular pieces to create a secondary building. We can kind of think of this as a place for storage of all the different farm equipment. I turned it to night real quick so I could assess the lighting level and add lights where I thought they were needed. I'm okay with the ranch being overall darker since this is a more rural area. Alright, and back to daytime to lay down the last few furniture pieces before we go to our tour. I like to include an ancient vacuum in every biome that I build in. This one gets tucked behind the horse feeder where it isn't super noticeable. And with that, let's take a look at the results.
Would you help me? Could you please?
Thanks so much for joining me as we went from this to this. Next up, we tackle the Wishblossom train station. I hope you join me then too. Thanks for watching.